On the wrist, the Apple Watch Ultra certainly feels larger than most other timepieces. The 49mm model has a huge 2-inch screen, although it won't feel like that large if you are someone that's a fan of larger running watch like Garmin Fenix series. If you are coming from the smaller Apple Watch, we are pretty sure you will feel the difference, but equally that helps makes it feel a lot easier to swallow that high price point too. On the rear of the Apple Watch Ultra is a similar looking heart rate monitor, allowing you to track your pulse on the go while running, cycling, swimming or more. Apple has created a whole suite of new brands to buy with the Watch Ultra, all with being more active in mind. The trail loop is lightweight and easy to attach to the wrist. The Alpine loop features a titanium hook that we found incredibly hard to get to the right size without needing a hard hand, and the Ocean Band, which is an incredibly strong strap that will hold onto your wrist even in high-intensity water sports. Three microphone points are designed to beamform to your voice, meaning you can be heard in more hostile conditions, and the speakers have also been upgraded so you will be able to hold a conversation when stuck up a windy mountain. It will also act as a very loud siren, and we can't tell you how tempted we were to press it in the crowded press room. But we didn't. We really expected the Watch Ultra to be a large, chunky and ugly design, and while it's heavy on the wrist, it's not as bad as it could have been. The larger digital crown with enhanced grooves, the more pressable buttons and bigger and more dynamic screen are all pleasant to use and are definitely something we can see being easier to press with wet or glove covered fingers. Like the Apple Watch 8, the Watch Ultra uses an OLED screen with the same low refresh rate. That means it can carry the always-on display without draining the battery heavily. It's also been enhanced to have a higher peak brightness of 2000 nits, allowing you to see what you are doing in bright sunlight, and if you need to flick your eyes at your wrist when performing some fun intervals or trying to run really fast up a hill. It's also covered in sapphire and raised from the screen to stop it scratching easier again and again. This is the kind of thing that's increasing the price of the Watch Ultra, making it more robust but adding a lot more to the cost. The Watch Ultra display is the sharpest in any Apple Watch. That richer display means it's easier to follow instructions or read data on the go without needing to peer too closely. It's not massive though, and the big difference is the brightness on the screen. The peak brightness is something that will almost certainly appear clear in even the brightest conditions. Whether you will be able to see the GPS lock on the Watch Ultra is another thing though, as Apple traditionally doesn't do this. There is a backtrack on board where you can set your own waypoints and then use the compass to retrace your steps, but it looks a very fiddly system, and we can't understand why Apple, which has its own Maps app, don't forget, hasn't got offline mapping added into this watch with auto-running routes or similar. When it comes to fitness, the Watch Ultra seems more geared towards being robust than it does being aged for all manner of sport tracking. For many Garmin users who want a bit more smart in their smartwatch, this is the Apple Watch many will have been waiting for. Larger, longer lasting and more rugged than any other timepiece from Apple in the past. This is designed to be the device for the active users over the Apple Watch 8. It's coming at a much higher price as a result, but if you are looking to get all of the benefits of a watch that can truly communicate with your iPhone but actually helps you achieve your fitness goals, then this could well be the one to go for. Then again, there is a reason brands like Garmin are dominating the premium smartwatch market, where the fitness and health monitoring features are so much more advanced. Can Apple really catch up, and how does it feel to wear this thing? Okay, let's find out. If you are thinking that this is going to be the watch that will cheaply slip in your life and give you a whole new layer of fitness, well, you are halfway wrong. The Apple Watch Ultra is not cheap, coming in at $799 for the 49mm version, but then again it's not as expensive as some might have expected, with rumors of something well over $1,000 in the ether. At least you have got some better news when it comes to when you can get your hands on it. The Apple Watch Ultra release date is set for Friday, September 13, with pre-orders opening already. The SE2 will have the same processor and motion sensors as Series 8. So Apple says the SE2 will be 20% faster than the original and will support crash detection. In addition, it will offer high and low heart rate notifications and fall detection, two features that were present in the original Apple Watch SE. However, the SE2 won't have all the Apple Watch 8's tools, like the Apple Watch blood oxygen application. The SE2 also uses second generation optical heart rate sensors, whereas the Apple Watch 8 and Watch Ultra have third generation sensors. The first Apple Watch SE also had an always-on altimeter, compass and fall detection, so we expect that SE2 would too. However, there is no always-on display as can be found in Apple's higher-end smartwatches. The first thing you might think when picking up the Apple Watch Ultra is that it's a bit big compared to the smooth lines of a Watch 8. We expected it to be an ugly device, but the way the metal molds around the outside of the device, even the big bulge on the right hand side, isn't that unsightly. The bulge on the right is something that's going to mean you will really need to want this watch, given you are already spending $400 more on it compared to the new watch. On the left hand side of the wrist-based device is a new button though, and this is where one of the novel additions resides. Apple has added a programmable button called the Action button that will allow you to set which apps will open when pressed, making it super simple to just get the workouts app open and start running or cycling, open a stopwatch or torch or get diving. Sadly, there is not a huge amount of functions you can currently ascribe to this button, but it's easily pressable and can also be used to stop and start runs. Pressing all of these buttons, the digital crown and power button on the right, just as you might find on a normal Apple Watch, and the new button is a very smooth and tactile experience, allowing you to quickly start and stop activities on the go without needing to fiddle about the double pressing anything as you do on the normal Apple Watch just to confirm you have finished a run. When stationed at the demonstration table with the new Apple Watch devices, the Apple Watch Ultra is the first one I reached for. That's not a knock to the Apple Watch Series 8. I did eventually try it on. The skin temperature sensor, crash detection and low power mode seem like good additions to the experience. Will they be enough? Stay tuned for a full review of the Apple Watch Series 8. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, feel free to share with your friends and keep watching Review Arena to get your top-notch day-to-day commodities reviewed.